Hey guys, Anime Gypsy here with another Boruto review. This is episode 52, Sasuke no Kage. And this episode, it's not fire. Let me say that again. This episode is not fire. This episode's a spark. It's like someone lit a match. It's a realization. It's not necessarily a oh my god what just happened. And the spark of realization here is that we realize in quotations that the kids aren't as strong as we think. Basically, what ended up happening is someone from the producers team of this anime, of Boruto, in the past few weeks, went on Reddit and read every mean comment he could. And he's like, okay, I hear you. I feel you. Those kids are going to get nerfed. And that's what happened. So far, we've seen that, Boruto's been nerfed massively. This episode, like the stuff Boruto's been able to do in previous episodes, is not at this level. His lightning style was like extremely powerful. His Kage Bunshin and wind manipulation, lightning manipulation at the same time didn't happen this episode. His overall like capacity to take on stronger opponents that was null and void. Remember what happened in the Mist Village? Yeah, no, that BS won't fly here anymore. Thankfully, yes, thank you. And this episode overall is a 6.5 out of 10. It's not like fire. It's not amazing. But it's something and it's necessary for story progression. It sets up a lot of stuff and gives the manga more time to progress so that by the time we reach where the manga would be way, way, way far ahead. And that's something nice. You don't want to be like One Piece during the Dressrosa arc and then have to cram like a lot of in-canon filler. No, that's not fun. That is not fun. No. So, yeah, so with that going on right now, this episode has 4 parts to it. The first one, I call the first part, the Konohamaru versus Zetsu scene. And with that scene, we get the first initial understanding that the kids are weak. And we see that when the kids try and fight Zetsu and fail miserably. And Konohamaru is doing most of the heavy lifting. And we're like, okay, Konohamaru, we thought you had more. Why aren't you displaying any long-range attacks? Why aren't you displaying any mid-range attacks? Like, we know you got those mid-range attacks in your arsenal. We want to see some new Jonin stuff. Like, what are you able to do now that you weren't able to do previously as a kid? Like, come on, we've seen all these jutsus as a kid. Come on, Konohamaru, like, let loose a bit. And we don't get to see that. And initially, you think it's a disappointment, but in the second scene, which is coming up, let's talk about the second scene. In the second scene, Konohamaru says to the kids, leave, you're a hindrance. And at this point, you realize that the reason we don't see any new things from Konohamaru is because the kids are there and they don't have a plan, so he didn't want to injure the kids. He didn't want to injure his best friend's son. He didn't want to injure Sarada, Sasuke's daughter. He didn't want to injure Mitsuki, the person in his team, He doesn't know that Orochimaru is his parent, does he? I think he does. Yeah, I believe he does. I believe Konohamaru knows that Mitsuki's parent is Orochimaru. Hopefully. It would be funny if he didn't, and all of a sudden he finds out. That would be hilarious. Okay, moving on. So the second scene, I call the second scene, should they or shouldn't they? And it's basically a big argument between the kids and Konohamaru where should we accompany, shouldn't we? And Konohamaru's like, you shouldn't accompany me, kids. Leave, you're a hindrance. And Boruto's like, no, we're not. Konohamaru's like, yes, you are. And Sarada's like, okay, we're a hindrance, but if we leave and separate from you, we could get attacked by another enemy. And Konohamaru's like, damn it, you got me there, let's go. But don't overestimate your power. And that obviously means in anime language that someone is going to overestimate their power. That obviously means that. And actually, wait, there's one more thing I want to say. In that scene, Konohamaru spoke as if he fought in the 4th Great Ninja War. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You did nothing. You were just guarding the village. You didn't get to see a single Zetsu. You probably only saw them in textbooks after the Great War. Let's be real here. Konohamaru hasn't been in the Great Ninja War. He hasn't. He hasn't seen the atrocities of Madara. He has not seen Kaguya at all. He speaks about Kaguya as if he's experienced her firsthand. He's like, kids, you shouldn't go in there. You have no idea what Kaguya is like. And we're like, bitch, you don't either. Shut the fuck up. Like, come up with something else, something original. But no, he has to stick with that, and it's like, come on, man, we know you're lying. So that moves us to the third point in story progression, which is Konohamaru and Team Seven versus Zetsu. And at this point, yes, the Genin are contributing, and we get to an understanding that the Zetsu's chakra nature is not like overly powerful, because you have like Boruto's Gale Palm being able to cancel his wind style. You have Mitsuki's Hebi Mikazuchi being able to. Well, actually, his Hebi Mikazuchi was able to cancel out Kakashi's. Actually, no, Kakashi, no. Kakashi overpowered him. Never mind. What am I saying? No, Kakashi canceled his jutsu out. Yeah, Kakashi canceled his jutsu out. So he doesn't have like that Zetsu doesn't have overly powerful change in chakra nature. It's mostly like close combat attacks that are dangerous, and he's very durable, as we've seen him like withstand Boruto's kunai attack. So yeah, the durability in that Zetsu is pretty good. He was only taken out via Rasengan, but it didn't make sense because I thought that the Zetsus didn't like dissipate into thin air when attacked with a Rasengan. That didn't happen in the anime at all before this point. So it was kind of weird seeing his Zetsu disappear like this. And before that happened, before the Rasengan attack connected with Zetsu, before that happened, we see Boruto fail. And at this moment, every single like critic that that bothered clapped. Every single critic that was like, Boruto's overpowered, nerf him. Everyone was like, kudos. Yes, congratulations. Freaking-lations. And it's nice. And right after that failure that Boruto saw, that Boruto experienced, Konohamaru gave him like the walk of shame, where he just walked by him, didn't even look him in the face, like, you piece of crap. I trusted you. That like nonchalant, not nonchalant, that walk, and lack of expression towards someone, and that was pretty powerful in and of itself. It's lack of action that indicates emotion and hints at it, like it's disappointment. It's that walk by that indicates disappointment in someone. Like, Boruto, I had better expectations of you. I can't trust you that much anymore. I'm sorry. Like that walk. That was perfect animation. that really was. That was the walk of shame, and I loved it. Now, Boruto, after he fails, we transition into the fourth scene, and that's when they open up the chamber that the other Zetsus are in, and lo and behold, there's like 12 Zetsus of the same magnitude, and they're all burning to death because Sasuke Uchiha beat them there. And the fourth scene from that point on is basically a Sasuke hype scene. We are hyping up Sasuke because Sasuke is going to be Boruto's master. That's what's happening. That's basically what's going on. And so I'm like, okay, cool, all right. So yeah, that's the chapter. That's the episode. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. Until next time, guys, this is Anime Gypsy, and I'm out. See you guys later. Bye.